You do have relationships between a lot of these institutions in China, particularly in the research realm, and bureaucrats in the United States. You have a whole bunch of other institutions. And so our bills today focus on foreign influence writ large. It absolutely, the 7 countries that are identified specifically, of course, the Communist Party of China, but yes, Communist Cuba, Venezuela, all those, and it's all very important. But I think if you look right now, there is no single entity that exercises a more pervasive, nefarious influence across a wide range of American industries and institutions than the Communist Party of China. Academia in the United States is permeated with influence, and I'll go through some of the people. You have researchers getting indicted. This is very common to see researchers at major institutions, including in Florida and also around the country, getting indicted for being in cahoots with the Chinese government. And so all we are doing today is saying enough is enough. We've got to start fighting back. And so the state of Florida is doing that. If you look at the bad influence that we see, we've seen it here in Florida. Just in February, a University of Florida researcher was indicted for taking grant money from UF for his company in China. September 2020, Jacksonville woman pled guilty for trying to illegally export engines to China. February 2020, Illinois court awarded Motorola $764 million in a case after an engineer stole thousands of confidential documents and millions of lines of code to benefit a Chinese company. September 2019, a University of Kansas researcher collected federal grant money while working full-time for a Chinese university. But in Florida, we're going to take a stand. And so we are taking a stand, and these bills I'm signing into law today, foreign adversaries will not have access to our schools, government, and companies like they have in the past. Not the Communist Party of China, not Russia, not Cuba, not North Korea, not Iran, not Syria, not Venezuela. In fact, the first bill that I signed today safeguards our public institutions from undue foreign influence, and that means prohibiting agreements between public entities and the Communist Party of China or Cuba or any of these other malignant forces. And so as of the time we sign this bill and it goes into effect, Florida, we will be banning things like Confucius institutions from being in our universities or in our colleges. And I know we had issues with that right here in Miami-Dade County, so it's the right thing to do. But beyond prohibiting direct deals with these adversarial governments, the bill also makes sure we don't make deals with private companies that are closely tied to these foreign adversaries. And the bill also makes sure all nation states, corporations, organizations, and individuals seeking to engage with colleges and universities are fully vetted. We don't want bad actors involved in our colleges and university, and we'll hold you accountable if you run afoul of these new laws.